What's going on, guys? Sinjin HalfthunkYGO here with HalfthunkYGO, and I'm here with my boy Roxas. And Roxas just top 8'd the Nashville regional recently, and you got 6th place. And what did you pilot, buddy?
I piloted Tri-Brigade Spright.
And what were some of your matchups that you actually went through throughout the day?
I played against 2 Kashtira, a Branded, a Mathmech, 1 Super Heavy, a Dino, and a Bestial Control Synchro.
The Dino stands out. That's kind of crazy.
It was.
And that top 8 of the event too, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
That's insane to me. It's super insane. We're gonna try to get that list as well. Do you have any shout outs for the before we go into the deck profile?
Yeah, shout out to my friend Dylan Fox for convincing me to play this deck and to play the regional.
Definitely the boy Fox. But I guess we'll just jump on into it. So I'll hand it on over to Roxas.
Yeah, the deck's a little out of order, but that's okay. To start off with, this is a very standard list with 3 blue, 3 jet, 1 red, and a Karen, and followed by 3 starter, very standard, with 1 smashers. Next off, we have the engine that helps combine the Spright engine and the Tri-Brigade engine, which is the Nimble package. It really helps synergize the two. Thanks to 2 Angler and 3 Nimble Beaver. Nimble Beaver being a beast is really good to help fuel your Tri-Brigade monsters, so that way they can summon strong links to combo off. We have 1 Foolish Burial as your main deck copy of Sprint if you don't want to go into it, or if you draw it, or to help send Kit to the graveyard so you can search for a Tri-Brigade and fuel your grave at the same time. For the Tri-Brigade package, we have 2 Kuraz, 2 Kit, 1 Nerval, and 1 Revolt. I wouldn't change this. I found it really nice. It's just a nice small package. It you didn't really want to see Tri-Brigade cards. You mainly just wanted to summon them off Gigantic, so keeping it at this small of a package was really good. For the hand traps, we played 3 Ash, 3 Gamma, and 3 Droll. These were pretty solid throughout the day. I sided out Ash every single game just because it was the lowest impact and I wanted something stronger. So, like, against Kashtira, I would put in the Kaijus just because, like, Ash would hit my Zeus or my Sprint, and I didn't really want to do that. I wanted to, like, have my extra deck for the grind game, so I would put in Kamungus instead. Against Mathmech, it felt very weak, so I would put in the Biskiels instead, and overall it performed much better. But Ash was really good against Branded, of course, but other than that, it's very low impact.
Right.
I wanted Dark Ruler no more for Kashtira, just because, like, if they end on a Rise Heart, you can make Zeus a lot easier and clear it, or Super Heavy. I was expecting a lot of Super Heavy this event. I just wanted something that could clear the board, I Zeus them, and then I could set up mine. And then to round off the deck, we have the 3 E-Tellies and the 1 Driver. E-Telly was a great extender that performed well over the weekend. Wouldn't change it at all. It was wonderful.
Okay, and then moving on over to the side deck.
Sideboard, we have 3 D-Barrier. In theory, it's really good against Branded, and, like, can help against some other matchups, but it didn't really come up for me. 1 Harpy's Feather Duster and 2 Cosmic Cyclone. They didn't really come up for me either. Neither did Evenly. 3 Kamungus was really helpful in the Kashtira matchup, but I didn't really see it. But I did see the Biskiels against Mathmech and Branded, and they were really helpful in that matchup. Definitely would recommend playing Biskiels this format.
Yeah, just kind of standout cards.
Yeah, like, Biskiels were just amazing when they were relevant.
Right.
For the extra deck, we played 2 Gigantic, 2 Sprint, very standard, 1 Bear Brum to search Revolt, 1 Baron Blossom for the combo, 2 Omen, 1 Zeus, 1 Double Dragon Lords, 1 IP, 1 Appaloosa, 1 Pit Knight. Pit Knight performed amazing this event.
Pit Knight's crazy.
It's so good. Mosquito, this card performed way better than I thought it would. It IOTK'd so many of my opponents thanks to this card. I had a Branded player drop a Bistial on me, and then I swarmed the board with 4 bodies plus him, and that was enough for game. A Kashtira player went a Rise Heart pass, and I just went Mosquito, 5 bodies, kill him. It was amazing. And the Mannequin Cat didn't go into it. Probably would cut it for a Nightmare Cerberus just because I want an extra deck out to Baguska, but
right.
I'm not really sure what the out should be yet.
Well, what are some of the, speaking of obviously taking that card out, what are some of the changes that you would make to the deck? Some of the biggest changes you would make after the event?
My sideboard felt pretty suboptimal, so I would make a bunch of changes to it. Like, I would probably cut D-Barrier and Evenly. Definitely put in Dark Ruler and potentially Nib, just because combo's a little bit more popular this format.
Right.
And Nib is really good when you pair it with other hand traps, so I would probably play Nib in the main. But I'm not really sure yet. Ghost Ogre is also a very good card that I want to play for purely and for super heavy.
Right, it stands out.
But with Oh, what?
It really stands. I really think it stands out in those matchups.
Yes, I agree. It's just that Ogre is so bad against Katashira that I didn't want to main it.
Yeah, definitely understand. Definitely understandable. So, what do you think your hardest matchups were in this newer format?
Definitely Super Heavy. Super Heavy is a very scary deck because they can draw 4 hand traps plus a starter. That happened to me, unfortunately, in my last round, Game 3 against Super Heavy. I opened Beaver plus like 4 cards that didn't do anything to their 4 hand traps plus a starter. They gammoned my Beaver, and it was over from there.
Right. Yeah, kind of just a wrap, unfortunately. Well, I appreciate you. I want to say congratulations, Roxas. This has been a long time coming. I told everyone flat out in our group chat that this would be the year that you topped a regional, like 100%, and it was. Well deserved, well earned. You got in there real hard. I think your final record was X11.
Yes, it was.
So the one loss was Super Heavy Samurai, and then what was the draw?
The draw was because of Bystial Synchro. I wasn't smart. I let him combo off when I should have scooped earlier to try and play Game 3.
Right.
But as you can tell in the main deck, I don't play cards for time, so I wasn't able to. So there was no way for me to like seal the game in a not so fun way.
One of those kind of like retrospect matches. I understand. Well,
yeah.
awesome.
Would I play time?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Would I play time cards in the future? Probably not. I don't like them in theory just because they feel like dead cards to me, but if a card naturally burns, then like of course play it.
Right, and definitely after getting into that experience too, it's something you'll be more attentive of mentally for future situations. So you probably shouldn't, you wouldn't need those anyways. Because other than that, did that really even come up for the event at all? Like any kind of like burn cards?
No, not at all.
Okay, so yeah, so definitely, so yeah, so like it's just something now that you'll be more prepared for. So it's maybe not even relevant for that fact alone.
Yeah, no, it just means I need to be more aware of the clock and be a better paced player when I play.
Right, like kind of know when to call it and things of that nature.
Yeah, when to call it quits and when to go in.
Well, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you so much, and I know that we'll be doing another one of these relatively soon. So you know, let me know whenever you do. Your boy's always ready for a deck profile.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
If you guys have any questions for Roxas, make sure to let him know in the comment section below. He will be checking the video. You can give some support by giving him a thumbs up on this video. Also help support us, as well as subscribing. Always help us continue doing what we love to do. With that being said, love your face.